it's my part to kind of thank you all for coming here to celebrate wedding and this special event. I know that some of you, for some of you, it's been a long journey to come all the way from pretty much everywhere in this planet. So thank you for being with us, and we really appreciate that. I'm a bit excited. Sorry. I actually wanted to share with you 3 of the many memories I was lucky enough to have with Yam throughout our 3.5 years together. So let me start with our first date. I remember pretty much everything from that night, back in March 22nd, 2013. I remember getting 5 minutes earlier to the restaurant, the more expensive one. And I wasn't sure if to wait outside or to get in. But then you texted me saying that you're waiting outside, and I remember looking at you from a distance and focusing mostly on the screaming red jeans you were wearing that night. That, by the way, went missing ever since that evening. You smiled at me, and your smile stayed on your face for the rest of the evening, and so does mine. You made an impression of me as a person of the world, with friends in Hong Kong and family in New York, and stories from pretty much everywhere you can think of. But I looked at you, and I looked at your deep eyes, and I also saw a person of home and family, and mostly lots of warmth and modesty and compassion. And I think that was the moment that I started falling for you. My second memory is about our first flat. This is where things get a bit trickier. Technically, it's very hard to say when we moved in together. Less than 3 months into our relationship, I flew to Barcelona with a friend to celebrate my 30th birthday, and you suggested I rent out my place on Airbnb. The people who wanted to stay at my place asked to stay 1 extra night after my return, and you said I should just come directly to your place for that night, and so I did. And I never moved back. Yes, because we enjoyed each one's company, but if to be frank with our guests, also because Yam enjoyed making my place an expensive hotel. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for me to stay at Yam's place. I didn't like your neighborhood. I wasn't too happy that we shared a place with another flatmate. And in general, everything was pretty much very messy. Very messy. But you made me feel at home. With your warmth and your passion and your contagious smiles, you made me stay. Last memories are about our engagement. So basically, Yam started telling people that we are officially together about a week after our first date. Unofficially, he introduced me as his boyfriend after 2 days to random friends we ran into on the street. So I guess it won't shock you if I will say that it took him, I think, a few months only until he started throwing into the air the words husband and wedding budget plan. When this idea first came up, my response was pretty much the same as when he asked me out. Ignorance at first, skepticism after, and then fully falling in love. To his credit, Yam knew all the preconditions I put for any future engagement. Should be in Europe, preferably in a European-style square, proposed by him and not me, while he's down on his knees. Yam didn't take any chance and picked Florence's viewpoint for that task. And as always, he was amazingly cute. He was nervous, at least as I am now, and while we were standing at the viewpoint overlooking the skyline of Florence, he started getting sweaty and just said, "Take it." I looked at him and I didn't understand what was he talking about until I saw a ring in his hand. Then I realized. It barely talked, and for a few seconds I was more nervous that he's about to get a heart attack. He lost his words but managed to mumble, "Will you marry me?" Truth should be told, he never really went down on his knees, as my strict guidance requested. Yeah, afterwards. Faked it. But he was so cute and he was blushing so hard that he left me no option but to say I did. What can I say about us as a couple? Very total in every aspect possible. In our love, in our obsessions, in our fights, in our passions for food. We created our own and very own world, which belongs truly to us and to our cats, Mr. Bobby and Miss Valentine, who, by the way, unfortunately couldn't make it due to other plans. Frankly, I cannot remember outside work when we didn't spend any time or attended anything separately. You took my word in a storm and you made it entirely yours and ours. I didn't think, less than 5 years ago, when I was partially in the closet, that I will get to this day. I have in my email inbox dozens of emails from my friend Jesse who promised me that I will find the love of my life. I didn't believe any of this. But the day has come. Not only that I was not only that I found my biggest love, I was lucky enough today to meet. Yeah, I love everything about you, even the things that I don't love. I love you when you're mad at me, when you're hungry, when you're romantic, and when you're not, when you're getting overly confident and like me, and telling me that you think you can manage any company on this planet. And when you're coming back home at the end of the day, stinking, sweaty, and feel pissed off and tired. I love how you like to calculate everything, to create short-term and long-term plans, to go over your sister's rent contract, let my mom take down our TV cables payment, beat my friend a mortgage plan, and manage your mom's pension fund. I love you when you watch TV shows while texting with your phone and stalking Mr. Bobby on the same time. When you snow and when you sing in the bathroom, when you cook dinners for me, and when you listen to me repeatedly telling you the same stories and complaints from my day at work again and again. I love you, from head to toe, from belly to love handles. I love you more than I've ever loved someone before. Thank you for letting me be part of your life and to be your companion for the life journey as we move on. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you and bring endless numbers of children, babies, to this world. Hopefully with the same intoxicating smile I was first exposed to on our first date. And you have welcome.